Alright, so welcome back to another video. This video will be a continuation after me and Anya shot in studio. We headed outside one day while it was snowing. Well, it actually wasn't snowing, but it was fresh snow. And yeah, we just shot. I think one thing that I last year got in my head about is shooting more overly produced things that are really thought out, because I felt like that's what I needed to do. That's where I am in my career and blah 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 blah. But sometimes you just need to get out and shoot, and so that's what we did. We went out in Chicago. We found ourselves in like the Magnificent Mile area by the Drake Hotel, and then we went to a park not too far from there, and we shot some stuff. My biggest goal during this shoot was to compose well, figure out lighting, because although like soft light is typically super nice when it's overcast, no sun, you still have to find what's flattering to your subject's face. And so I kind of just kept that in mind throughout my whole time shooting and composing. I don't really have any secret sauce for anything today because everything was naturally lit. I didn't have a bounce board. I didn't have anything. And so we just shot. And so I'm gonna talk through some of my favorite photos. So before we begin, we shot everything on Portrait 800, and then I also had Tri-X. These are my go-to film stocks that I shoot with pretty regularly. 800 mainly because you just never know what you're gonna get, especially during the winter months in Chicago. Most days are cloudy, but then you might have a day that's not so cloudy and sunny. So 800 tends to be a good place because I can always stop up, go to like a F11 or whatever. But then if it's like darker or blue hour or sunset, I can go down to that 4 to that 2.8 depending on which camera I'm using. And all the black and white photos are, of course, on my Mamiya 7 II, and then all of the color photos are on my RZ67. One day I'm gonna switch that around. If you aren't familiar with the Mamiya 7 II, the close focus on it is not great. And so I tend to like it a lot for mid portraits. So anything from like waist level up, because I can't really get any closer than that unless I'm shooting vertical, which sometimes I'll shoot vertical, but the camera is so like horizontal based that I typically shoot horizontal with my Mamiya 7 II. And then the RZ67, if you're not familiar, it is something you can get super, super close on. I don't know the close focus, but it has to be less than like 3-4 inches, something like that, something crazy. And so throughout this shoot, again, I just wanted to shoot. I wanted to find good compositions. I wanted to find good locations. And I think we did that. Moving on to these next set of photos, we were in this park not too far from the last location, and it had this one really pretty tree that winter had just not got to yet. It was so interesting, but so nice. I saw the colors of the tree and I knew immediately this is where we need to shoot. Because Portrait 800, you have those saturated tones, and the contrast between the all white and the orange tree I thought would be really nice. And I really like how these came out. I really love this photo for the framing. I think framing any subject centered will always make them pop in any photo, any video that you shoot. It is very just like submersive. She takes up most of the frame with a little Christmas tree looking thing up top, and then she also has this very nice fur coat, and she's kind of just like up in the air. And I really like this photo because it does fill the frame. I think one thing when shooting, you should always think about filling the frame. And when I say fill the frame, is that every part of the frame has some point of interest in it. If you take out the little Christmas thing in the background, This photo is probably a lot more bland, but because we do have the Christmas tree or Christmas-like thing in the background, it informs us what time of year it is. We know it's cold. We know that it could be close to Christmas because of the Christmas lights and the greenery. It informs. And so, yeah, this photo is really great. Really nailed the focus on this one, which I was happy about. So with this next photo, I don't know how I feel about the composition. I think I like it. I love her posing and everything. I think the only thing is I don't know how I feel about the building behind her. You know, a lot of times when you are shooting, you want to avoid poles coming out of people's heads and things of that nature. I think I like this. The building isn't too like singular, so you know it's not like coming out of her head, but I think maybe if I get a little bit lower next time I shoot, maybe the building doesn't look as prominent, but it's something to figure out. Again, this is just like a test shoot, something that I'm going through. And we were just like in a general area. We were in this park right across from the Drake Hotel. And this park is full of snow. You can't even walk. We had to like climb through it. It was actually crazy. But really happy with how these came out. I think a lot of times with medium format, I am shooting pretty wide open. Same thing with digital. If I am shooting digital, I like shallow depths of field, not where it's like too much where you can't tell where someone is, or it's so shallow that it could be in focus, it might not be in focus. Sometimes it's like that, sometimes it's not, but I try to stay between like a 2.8, a 4, and at the high end a 5.6, depending on what I'm shooting. And on medium format, a 4 or 5.6 is still very shallow. Overall, I really like how these came out. I'm not gonna prolong these. There's no lighting tips or anything like that. I do enjoy shooting on cloudy days. Sometimes I think there is place for it, especially with the snow, because the snow also reflects a lot. So although it's soft light coming down, you have soft light coming back up from the ground, which really fills in shadows and is pretty flattering on most people's faces. But if you have any questions for this video, let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.